My name is Billy Camping. I live at 609 Sheridan. I'd like to talk about a few things in relation to how this got started. It was based on a lot of very subjective statements and a few facts, and I'd like to talk to you about the few facts that were mentioned. One was a petition filed by 200 people. And that petition, I think, I really can't stand any kind of examination. The petitions aren't dated. The petition doesn't state anybody who was passing it around, the name of a community group, or even a human being. There's some evidence that the petitions were distributed by members of village committees. Now, I don't know if that's good. It doesn't sound good to me. Then when we look at the petitions, we find 8 people signed it twice. 5 people didn't live in Winnetka. Another 9 signees, again, were either appointed or elected officials of the village or their family members. Again, I don't think that's illegal, but it doesn't sound right to me. Again, the petition's not dated. And because there's no date on it, it's really hard to tell if someone's a registered voter or not. But getting away from the technical issues, because they're easy to dismiss, I would say that the summary of the petition is this quote. Last year alone, over 60 homes were torn down in Winnetka, and the pace shows no sign of slowing. It's pretty scary, unless you look at the facts. Now, Village Manager Williams was kind enough to provide, under the Freedom of Information Act, not only the petitions, but the...
If you have a BlackBerry, if you could turn it off, or...
I don't have it, I'm
if
sorry.
anybody has one, please.
You've provided not only the petitions, but the demolition permits requests from the last 7.5 years. And when you look at that, instead of 60 houses were torn down last year, only 51. That would be 2005. 2006, number goes down, 48. What's really scary is 2007, only 29 demolition permits. So their statement that the pace shows no sign of slowing is just totally false. 29 demolition permits last year should not be a problem for this town. And in terms of too many teardowns. What it is a problem for is that older people in smaller houses, because of all the things you have done, are finding it very difficult to sell their houses. No one wants to live in them. If they can't be demolished, they lose their value. These demolition permit was recently raised to $13,500. That's ridiculous. There's no cause for that. And people think that builders have to pay this. No, that comes right off the top of your property when you're trying to sell it. Now we have the ad hoc committee trying to add 2-year waiting periods. So I would say that the whole basis for Mr. Winters being hired is very suspect. Now, no one has mentioned here tonight the money involved. We know. We've already paid him $90,000 for a voluntary design guideline. What does that mean? I mean, nobody's going to follow it. The only way to make it worthwhile is to make it mandatory. We all know that. And there's nothing voluntary about zoning changes. Every time you change the zoning law, you reduce our property values. We've already got the most restrictive FAR out here. You make it more restrictive, we're going to start losing our property value, and people are already suffering. So you should really think twice. Do not sign this proposal. It's $75,000. Trustee Grable was talking about a few pennies. This is big bucks. You should think twice about it.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
You talked about the petition, and you raised some issues about it. I prepared the petition.
Well, it'd be nice to have your name on it.
And it is in the record. It was dated July 26th with a cover letter to the village council.
Well, I'm sorry,
there's nothing
that wasn't
untoward
given to
about
me.
it, and I can tell you it was not a official legal document. It was an informal, somewhat friendly petition among neighbors that we collected over a period of of the summer of 2006, and I don't think there's anything in here that is misleading, other than there is nothing more than statements about our concern to be a statement of concern. So I want to set the record straight. There was nothing hidden about this, or
So King, let's receive comment, okay? So we, rather, the debate will
I
come.
wanted to set the record straight.
I got it.
Well, maybe you were wrong. That's fine. You know, you're forgiven. But now, why are we still having these restrictions? If you were wrong, and now you know it.